So one of the most important principles that seems to fly right in the face of the culture that we see in the world is one that I like to refer to as rest for results. Now, that seems completely counterintuitive. We don't like that because we want to hear that everything that we achieve comes from our amazing self-effort and this, insane discipline that I cultivated over years, and that's why I'm incredibly skilled at this and everything. Me, pride, pride, pride. So that's what lies behind that, is that I want to be able to prove myself to the world, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to say, if I don't do this, people will think this of me, or if I don't do this, I won't become successful. And so another way to communicate that, and this is much more of a spiritual law or universal law, that whatever I try to force and make happen, I tend to repel. And whenever I can go into rest, and I'm talking about the inside, because I'm not saying that results doesn't come from hard work. Obviously, nothing happens without action. I'm talking about an inward condition of rest, that when I go into rest, I tend to attract certain things to me. I can see it very clearly over my life, early in my career, how desperate I was for certain things and how I repelled certain things away. And since I've come to a place where I've gone into rest, partly because I simply trust God with my life, the more I attract certain things to me. And so I find a scripture, I feel like I understood this principle, and then I came across the scripture that says it exactly. So this is found in Ecclesiastes 4, verse 6 says, "One hand full of rest and patience is better than two fists full of labor and chasing after the wind." The book of Ecclesiastes, if you know anything or a little bit about human psychology, you'll notice that there's a lot of psychology in Ecclesiastes. And this is brilliant, because look at this. One hand relaxed, full of rest and patience. Okay, that's another word we don't like. We don't want to go through our process. We often lack the patience to go through certain things because we know good things are coming. That's part of the rest, that I can know all things work together for good for those who love God. And so one handful of rest and patience is better than two fists. Look at the force, the difference of labor and chasing after the wind. So once again, I'm talking about an inward condition, that when I can go into rest, I always say our natural state is supposed to be rest or peace and joy. Peace and joy. I'm not talking about happiness. That's fleeting. I'm talking about joy and peace. Calm on the inside, but busy on the outside. Because that's what I'm saying. Nothing happens without action. But I can do it from a place of strife inside, pressure that I put on myself, or I can do that using the word strive. There's a difference. I strive towards a worthy vision, great goals, a more effective version of myself. I can strive towards that. It's a gliding. Strife is force. Strife on the inside and pressure that I put on myself. So there's a reason why the Bible goes on and on about peace. You will keep. That's supposed to be our natural or default state. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts you. Part of our proof that we really trust God with our lives is when we go into rest, because we trust him. And that's why we will do things from peace. Once again, peaceful on the inside, but busy on the outside. That's incredibly important success principle. I hope that helps. I hope that's some food for thought. May God bless you.